Hello everyone, it's Susan here and welcome back to my Project Life 2020 video series. So today I'm working on this spread and of course it has to do with my granddaughter, of course, right? But the story that I'm going to tell here, well, there's a couple different stories. So as you can see in this photo, she's like hiding her face. So I wrote on the sticker, as she gets older, she dislikes getting her picture taken. And I put a little wood veneer heart up there. And oh my gosh, wait until you see every single picture on this spread is her somehow hiding her face. So I'm not like super happy about that considering I'm a scrapbooker. It'd be kind of nice to have some nice photos. Yeah, so we'll have to work on that. So what I did here was I took two 3x4 cards and well, all of these pockets, they're 3x3. So all of the pockets I had to cut down the cards. But this one that I'm working on here, I actually took two 3x4s and I put one on top of the other. And yeah, and then I wrote on this one, this was the Sunday prior to us going into the coronavirus quarantine. I'm so glad that we went and spent time together. So it was actually even our last physical church meeting, right? Together with people. I mean, we're doing our online and it's wonderful. And even for the kids, they're doing online. You know, everybody's using Facebook Live or Zoom or, whatever. And I think it's been working out really well. Even the small groups that we have, we call them connect groups. And yeah, so even those we're holding online. So it's been working out. It's been working out. It'll be nice to get back together. So this piece right here, it says currently, and it is a Maggie Holmes piece of chipboard, and it does not stay there. It does not. So you'll see in a little bit how I go ahead and change that out. And this freckled fawn piece of chipboard, yeah, no, that doesn't stay there either. There was a lot. I feel like there was a lot of different pieces that I changed on this particular spread. I don't know. I just want it to be nice. You go through all this expense and the time, and, I just want whoever looks at it over the years to appreciate it. So, yeah, so if there's something that I don't particularly like, I'm finding that I redo it sometimes even after the video. So let's see here. So I'm looking at this sticker sheet and yeah, I decided not yet am I using anything from that. I will, but just not yet. And then I went ahead and I go back to some chipboards. So let's see. Oh, see, this is where this is where I decided I'm taking those chipboards off of that little that heart 3x3, because I really, really, really liked all of the words and the sayings on this little sticker sheet. So I pulled off the word together. And yeah, and they stuck down in the wrong spot and blah, 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 but it all worked out beautifully. And then, yeah, I'm not done. I come back and I'm like, I need something for above the hearts. So it was perfect. It said you and me together with the hearts in the middle, but it was still too flat. So now I took this chipboard, which was pretty, it's a little bit darker teal, but it has the white spots on it, just like that heart that's on the piece of paper. And I outlined it and did a little outlining around the edges on this. And it went from a card that was blasé to one that I really, really, really liked. Not that it has like a tremendous amount of stuff or anything like that, but visually to me, it was very, very pleasing. So now I'm going back to this card right here. And, I placed another heart, and then this little chipboard says real life. And then I went back to, you'll see in a second, right? I'm still looking, figuring out, then I went back to this freckled fawn, a little collection of words, and I found the perfect little word. And it was nice because it was white and it showed up really nicely. So that now says, wow, real life, because, well, she was covering her face. So I went looking through these different words and phrases that I have, and I knew, or I figured I could use that word embrace on one of these, photos. So I kept that out. I did not use it on this one. But right now I'm looking through my stash of die cuts. Most of these are faith-based. Probably most of them are illustrated faith. And but they just weren't right for this particular picture. So I have these little crocheted hearts, so I staple that one on there. And this one, she wasn't covering her face, but she moved her face so much that it was all blurry. It's just all blurry. Yeah. So, yeah. And there's one more photo on this spread of her, and yeah, you'll see it. This is what happens when they turn 10. And as a matter of fact, that's what I wrote on this little label sticker. Oh my gosh. And all I wrote on that was, she is 10 years old. That's all I wrote, because that's part of the story, right? So this card right here, I'm going to tell you right now, I end up taking it totally off, and it's garbage to me. I just did not like it. So I don't want to talk too much about it. I cut most of it out. Yeah, so I wasn't happy with it at all. But I didn't know that quite yet. So as of right now, I think I'm still using it, but I don't. So here she is. This is the last photo on the spread, and we're outside going to the car, and she turns her face as I'm trying to get another picture. So this is where I put that embrace word, transparency. And then I wrote on here who she is. So altogether it says embrace who she is. And now I wanted to put a little heart on there. So I kept it very monochromatic. I just really added one heart, and I was good with that. In fact, that I think is my favorite pocket out of this whole spread, is the one with the word embrace on it. So here's a card that I typed out, and at the end I'll read it to you, because I'll come and I'll lift up the spread so that you can see all of the pockets more easily. And so I'll talk about here these flowers. So what I did, first I put the yellow flower down, and I'm like, oh no, I need to have some leaves. So I picked it up, put the leaves down, put the flower back, trimmed off that little leaf. Yeah, and then I liked it. And so now looking at the bottom of this, when I typed it, I messed up. So you can probably see on the bottom, kind of in the middle, that there's like a little cross out area. And so I'm trying to cover that, but that flower was too big, but the yellow flower was like perfect. So I put that over that, and then I put the cream color flower. I layered it on top of the yellow one, and that was perfect. So I was happy with that. I just did a little bit of outlining just on two sides on that one. So let's see. What am I working on next? Oh yeah, so this was just a really cute 3x4 card that I cut down. It says photography on it. It talks about a camera, and I just like this woman, and she's holding a camera. I just thought it was cute. I just thought it was cute. But I did pull off that sticker, and it says, "You light up my world." And it wasn't going to fit all together, so I just cut it and I put it on slanted, and it's okay. I'm gonna live with it. I can survive that. Even looking at it now, doing this voiceover, I'm like, wow, that is really slanted. But here I'm looking through some new flair that I just purchased, and I thought that one really matched. And I'm like, gosh, is this like a sticker? And I don't know. I couldn't. So I ended up putting glue on it. So there's two things that, like, when I do Project Life, and I love it, and it's been 5 years since I've done it, so I'm picking it up again. But I am a really lazy scrapbooker, meaning I don't fussy cut. I mean, if I do, it is so rare, and it would be super easy. So that's the one thing that I notice about myself. And then the other thing is, yeah, I just kind of like to do things easily. The easier, the better for me. Now, that little geotag I put upside down. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I fixed it. But yeah, so I'm like not one to do like a tremendous amount to any of the pockets. I don't know. So this little pocket right here, that is the receipt from that day, and I just put a little yellow sticker on there, a heart sticker. And one thing I do want to do is, like, I'm forcing myself to use stamps. So to me, even using stamps takes way too much time. So yeah, but I went through all of my stamps again. I have a lot of stamps. Actually, I didn't go through the ones downstairs. I just went through the ones I have here. And I pulled out some that I thought I could use on, some pockets at some point. And I really, really, really want to try to stamp more. One thing that I like that Allie Edwards did, and I see a lot of others doing, is taking a stamp and stamping it multiple times on, a card or whatever the case may be. And, and even switching up the colors, and just, it looks so beautiful as a background. So I definitely want to start doing stuff like that. So I was just showing you there that's where that really ugly little card was. That I was not happy with. So I pulled out my little basket of some of my Project Life cards, and in it I had this L Studio. These are cards, but they are tag cards. So I'm just trying, I really like this one because it's that teal, and there's, a few pockets that have, different shades of teal. So I decided to go with this one. And I'm like, well, if I leave it to where that it says my favorite up on top, if I just left that without anything behind it, you would see the white of the paper behind it, right? So I just adhered it on there, and then it was just perfect. So I just moved that around just a little bit, and you'll see I kind of move it just a little more right there, but nope, it goes back. Just trying, I'm like looking at all the teal all over the spread, and, just making sure that the photos, there's not too many in one spot. You know how it is. You guys know. You know what I'm talking about. So I was happy with it there, and that is where it stays. So now I'm trying to figure out what to put on this, right? So I'm going through, these are illustrated faith vellum pieces, and I love these. I love them. I love them. And I found this little XOXO that I put on that next little pocket. And this, this that says love you, that's on there right now. That is what I end up using. But I found this mustard colored heart, and I so much wanted to get it on there. But yeah, it just wasn't going to fit anywhere. So I gave up on that. And then I'm like, well, this heart's a little smaller. Maybe I can get that one on there. But yeah, it wasn't quite right. So I gave up on that. And what I was trying to do here was I didn't want to cover up those banners that are printed on that tag card. So I was trying to find something that, wouldn't cover them up too much. So I was happy with that. I liked that. I thought it was really pretty. And yeah, so then I took this little yellow heart and I placed it there, and that doesn't stay there either. That ends up coming off. Yeah, and then that little flower up there wasn't sticking, so I put a little bit of adhesive there. And I'll use my tiny attacher to get that XOXO onto that card. And you can see I put a little pink heart on top of that XOXO. Yeah, that doesn't stay there either, so watch this. As I was putting away all of my hearts, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love these. And so I took off the little ones that I put on. These are like glitter. They have glitter on them, these hearts. So I used a red one, and now I'm going to put a white one on here. And they were just perfect. So I was happy with that. I use a lot of hearts. I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have eight hearts on this one spread. I use a lot of hearts. So here we go. So I'm going to lift it up for you. So you can see she's covering her face. There's the chipboard and the wow, real life, because I'm like, really? And then you can see the Sunday and the 8th there. So that was the 8th of March. I really like how the card all the way over to the left came out with those stickers, you and me together. And yeah, so yeah, see, she has a blurry face in the middle there. And then I sewed on that card, that red zigzag, and I liked that very, very much. And it says, after church, I took Madison to brunch at Rod's in the Madison Hotel in Morristown. There was so much food, but she ate mostly fruit and some dessert. So that's what I have typed on that one card. And then this one, you can see. I really like that one that we're looking at right now that says love you. I like it very, very much. And the one that says my heart is full. It was just enough. Just that XOXO with that white glitter heart. It was just enough. And then again, this is my favorite. By far, I don't know what it is about it, but I just like it. But again, she's trying to hide her face. So maybe, maybe one day she'll let me take pictures of her again. But I did sew up there as well. I had that little tiny red heart I had put there. And then this is the trains that you can dine in. And it was just so pretty. It was such a beautiful day. Beautiful day. And then here's the receipt with this stamp on it, don't forget. So I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you have any questions. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. God bless. Bye-bye.